So welcome. In this video we'll understand the two sample T dependent and independent test. So two sample T dependent test means if you are taking a sample from a population and you want to understand the before and after effect of the same sample, that will be two sample dependent test. Like example, suppose you want to test from a 5,000 employee, you want to test that how far the training is effective on the employee. So you want to test it, you can take a sample of 2025, then you can test what is their score before the training was given and what is their score after the training was given. The same 25 samples, so before and after effect you want to test, so that become the your dependent sample. So, but independent sample, now you can take two groups. In one group, you intervene the training, you execute the training. In another group, you did not conduct any kind of training. So these are two different sample, and you are trying to find out their test score. So those who are given the training, what is their test score? Those who are not given training, what is their test score? So by comparing the test score of the two different samples, you can understand that is the independent test. So dependent test means same sample out of the population before and after effect. So after giving the any kind of medicine and before giving the medicine, whatever the stage or the position or the situation, if you are doing a test, that is the dependent test. But if you are taking medicine, you are giving the intervening the medicine or you are testing the medicine for one sample, but you are testing another group of sample with the placebo or without any medicine intervention, then you see the recovery rate of the two different and you compare both of them. So this is the way you can go for the two sample T dependent test or two sample. Can you see here the HRD manager before and after the training been given? So training before the training, what is the scores in IT or in accounting or anything, and after the training, what is their score? So, so the trainer take an aptitude test. So before the training, so it is aptitude test before the training. How much they ABC. So these are the sample, their name, and how much they are scoring before the training, and after the training, the score that we determine. So now by doing the comparison, so let us see how we can go do the comparative test. So to do the test, this is the way you can go about that T, then D bar minus D0. So D bar is the difference of the score between the two different sample uh, for the same sample after and before. So suppose before the training his score was 75. After the training his score is 70. So 70 minus 75. So minus 5. Like this, someone is scored 65 before the training. After the training he scored 75. So 75 minus 65, 10. So this is the way the difference of the score for the individual sample. Then you take the average. Then if you feel that there is no difference, so the D0 of the before and after will be 0. But if you feel that there is an improvement of 5 points, so after the training, then this uh, first, then the before and after subtraction, it will be score as 5. So this is the way you can take, so you can do the test for the so dependent and the independent sample test. So can you see 75 minus 7 here, 70 minus 75, 77 minus 70. So there is an improvement. Here is also improvement. Here is decrease after the training. Here also gone through decrease. So this is the way you find out the differences for, then you find out the average difference, then your assumption about the hypothesis. If you feel there is no difference, then D0. So then after you get that, then you can find out, can you see the S? So S is the standard deviation of the differences, that you will get the standard deviation of the differences, then the how many samples you are taking. This is the way you can go for your the two sample independent test. For the independent sample, the test will follow this. This is the for the independent. This is for the